30% discount at Stone Stopper by Moonstone TM. Find us at moonstonenutrition.com. Here radio. Stone Stopper by Moonstone TM is a doctor-developed, science-backed kidney health solution with 30 MEq of alkali citrate to prevent kidney stones. Available in powders and capsules. Enjoy an exclusive discount with my promo code moonstonenutrition.com. Here radio to get 30% discount. Other shows we have for you to enjoy at myclassicradio.net. The Avengers was most certainly not a household name in South Africa prior to the radio series. With no national television service until 1976, the mechanism simply was not present in the country to show television programs to mass audiences. While many other countries reveled in the filmed adventures of John Steed and Company, South Africa was not equipped to join in the fun. The series took Britain by storm and made a major impression in the American markets, being that greatest of rarities, a British series given a network transmission slot. However, as a filmed series, rather than a videotaped one, The Avengers was able to gain a modicum of exposure in South Africa through film rentals. Come and listen at myclassicradio.net.
We now present The Adventures of Marco Polo. Kim Sai, the daughter of Manji the robber, decided to marry Marco Polo, but he managed to persuade her to wait until he returned from his journey with Kubla Khan. The journey recommenced, and eventually the royal cavalcade reached the wealthy city of Ziamba. On approaching the city, Kubla Khan called a halt, and then a young officer named Argon approached him and told him that Akambal, the governor of the city, had disappeared, taking with him many riches which belonged to Kubla Khan.
What on earth has happened to me? I always thought that I could trust my officers, but now, one after another, they fail me. First my nephew Van Tu, then my trusted advisor Akmat, and now Akambal. Has my empire become corrupt? Is it about to collapse?
Be of good courage, O great and mighty Kubla Khan. There must be wicked men in all walks of life. Many there are who are loyal and true to you. This young man, Argon, has remained true to the trust you placed in him.
That's true, but it pains me that my friends whom I trusted should fail me. Tell me, Argon, how did you come to be a captain in your army?
Akambal trusted me and raised me to a position of greatness, O mighty Khan.
Are you a native of the city of Ziamba?
I am.
It is well. Mayhap you will be my new governor. Where is Marco Polo?
I am here, mighty Khan.
It seems that I have been deceived once again, Marco Polo. It is well that I am making this visit to my dominions, and I am glad that I have you with me. You may have to aid me many times.
Well, I'm always at your service, great and mighty Khan.
Let us proceed then to the city of Ziamba. I will occupy the governor's palace, and my Venetian friends will also stay in that palace.
I will lead you to the city, most noble Khan. It seems that you have brought a large army with you.
Where I go, my army goes. I need protection. Lead on, Argon.
He intends to visit the dungeons now, and you will lead us there.